Hi, I'm Lee Waters. I'm a board member of the Champaign County Farm Bureau, and I also work at Farm Credit, Illinois, and Muhammad as a crop insurance agent. And I just want to give everybody a kind of a progress report of the status of crops in Champaign County right now. A lot of the initial planting in this county happened on basically Good Friday, which is about April 14th, through about April 25th. A lot of crops got planted. That was before that first really large cold rain we got, but really my gut feeling in that first round is a lot of the corn got planted. Majority of the corn got planted, probably 75% in that first stretch, and probably about 30 to 50% of the beans, maybe probably 30%. More beans that I've seen come in April than a long time, but unfortunately we got hit with that first cold wet rain from the 25th through almost the 30th of April. It was over several days. You know, rainfall totals averaged between 3 to 8 inches actually, if you really wanted to count it, depending where we were in the county. Once that first rain stretch hit, we started getting the replant calls coming in, and basically what we're starting to see is a lot of the corn planted between April 19th and the 22nd had very poor emergence. A lot of people initially were worried about how much ponding we had because we had a lot of standing water. There was actually more damage where the corn was not under standing water. It's where it was sitting in cold, wet dirt and not covered in water, which is backwards thinking. The cold temperatures actually prevented some of this water that was standing on crops from hurting it worse. A lot of people probably saw corn and beans both that started coming up out of the ponds afterwards. A lot of it was really due to the cold weather, which is kind of counterintuitive. But once we got to about the May 8th, 9th range, when it got warm again, that's when a lot of people were trying to make decisions on whether they replant corn or not. And it was mostly not necessarily where corn was missing. The hardest decisions were where we had partial stands. And a lot of it came back to that April 19th to 22nd dates where guys had stands of corn that maybe you were wanting 35,000, but it actually ended up being maybe 18 to 20,000, which could be almost a 30 to 50% yield hit. But you're also trying to make a call of how late do I replant corn. So lots of corn got replanted basically last week on a 3-4 day period. Most of it occurred in northwest Champaign County, Dewey, Fisher, and up through as you head east and west. Lots and lots of fields of corn got torn up. Then lots of fields got spotted in. So fast forward to that May 8th, 9th range there, we had about a 4-day stretch before it rained again, and I think a lot of guys almost finished beans, but if the guys were trying to replant corn, they didn't get their beans done. But most corn's planted, and most of the beans got put in. There were some bean replant also, and it varied. Same date range, mostly the 19th through the 25th beans were not as pretty as the early ones, but a lot of them still coming. Beans can be amazing sometimes. I was with a customer walking in a field of April 22nd planted beans just a week ago, and if you took a screwdriver and dug dirt up, there was actually some beans coming yet. So a lot of people gave the beans more of a chance than usual, but some fields got torn up. Some of them had Pythium blight, Phytophthora damage, chemical damage a little bit here and there that hurt some stands. But as of today, my gut feeling is we're probably 95% done planted with corn and maybe 80%, 75% to 80% planted on beans. And so when this next weather stretch hits, you're going to have a combination of people trying to finish planting their first time, replanting anything that may not have got replanted yet, if it's timely for corn or beans. Most of the